Jungkook refused to renew his contract with HYBE, and Jimin was instead seen exiting the headquarters building with a legal team. What is really happening behind the scenes of BTS? This explosive news is not mere speculation, but a fact confirmed by various internal sources from the South Korean entertainment industry. Jungkook, the main vocalist and the youngest member of BTS, shockingly declined the exclusive contract renewal with HYBE Corporation, the agency that brought BTS to the world stage. Even more surprising, Jimin is reported to be involved in the internal dynamics, creating a wave of speculation that is shaking the foundation of the ARMY fandom and the global entertainment world. Jungkook's move is not just an ordinary refusal. This is a strategic decision delivered during a closed-door meeting attended by HYBE executives and Big Hit Music Management. Based on internal leaks, Jungkook clearly stated that he does not feel his solo career journey should remain bound by the old contract system, which he considers too restrictive of creative direction and artistic freedom. In that meeting, the atmosphere was reportedly very tense, with discussions lasting late into the night. This shocking decision naturally drew immediate attention from the public and media. Not just because of Jungkook's big name, but also due to the increasingly visible signs of misalignment between BTS members and HYBE management. Several industry analysts call this the biggest turning point in the history of artist-agency relations in the modern K-pop industry. Some even describe it as a moment that could mark the collapse of the dominant agency model that has long been considered unshakable. However, what is even more astounding than Jungkook's decision is Jimin's involvement, which appears highly unusual. A reporter from a leading entertainment outlet reported that Jimin was seen accompanying a senior lawyer from a firm known for handling disputes between artists and agencies. Jimin's appearance with the legal team has raised many questions. Is he reviewing his own contract? Is this a signal that Jimin supports Jungkook's decision? Or is this part of a larger collective strategy devised by the BTS members? As of now, there has been no official statement from HYBE or personal representatives of Jungkook and Jimin. However, various inside sources mention that communication among BTS members in recent months has been filled with serious discussions about each individual's future, both as a group and independently. This moment is said to be one of the most complex internal decisions in the global group's history. Since this shocking decision came to light, netizen reactions have been mixed. The majority of ARMY express full support for Jungkook, viewing the move as a bold step by an artist to take full control over his career path. Yet, many also feel disappointed and worried, especially regarding BTS's continuity as a group, whose contract was reportedly extended collectively until 2025. Several industry observers state that this contract refusal could be a serious blow to HYBE, both in terms of stock value and investor trust. Since the news emerged, HYBE's stock value has seen a sharp drop of over 6% in a single day. The market reaction reflects just how significant Jungkook's individual influence is on the company's strategic position. Fueling the situation further, several social media clues indicate that this was not a sudden decision. Over the past few months, Jungkook has repeatedly expressed in interviews and live streams that he wants a new direction in his career. He has also frequently hinted at an interest in exploring cross-genre music and collaborating with international record labels. In his latest interview with a leading fashion magazine, Jungkook even stated, "I love BTS, but I also want to build something that is completely mine." This statement is now seen as an early signal of the contractual tension that eventually exploded into the contract renewal refusal. Meanwhile, HYBE is said to be making various reapproaches, including offering a revised contract with more flexible clauses for Jungkook. However, at the time this news was published, there was no sign that Jungkook would change his decision. One staff member involved in the negotiation process stated, "His decision seems final. This is not about money. This is about full control over the creative process." So what about Jimin? Is his involvement merely to support his groupmate, or is he also considering a similar move? Some sources claim that Jimin has a more diplomatic approach, but he is also reviewing various options offered to him, including the possibility of forming an independent label with several other members. If true, this will be a new precedent in the history of the K-pop industry, where members of the most iconic group separate from a major agency in pursuit of independence. This situation is clearly not just about contracts. This is a clash between a new generation of Korean artists demanding autonomy and a management system still rooted in full agency control. Jungkook has now become a symbol of that paradigm shift, a K-pop idol who does not just go with the flow, but chooses to resist, even at great risk. Will this trigger a domino effect among other BTS members? Will HYBE lose control of its biggest asset? And the most anticipated question, will BTS stay together, or is this the beginning of the great separation that has long lingered in fan spheres? Time will tell, but one thing is certain, Jungkook saying no is not just news. It is history being rewritten before our eyes. And with Jimin's shadowy involvement, the K-pop world is entering a new era previously unimaginable. This upheaval is not only being felt at HYBE's headquarters, but is also quickly spreading across the globe through social media. For many ARMYs, this decision feels like a déjà vu moment from past artist agency conflicts that once shook previous generations. But this time, the scale is much larger and the impact much deeper. The situation became even more complex when fans noticed Jimin's online activity. A few days before Jungkook's contract rejection news broke, Jimin suddenly deleted several old posts related to HYBE's official promotions. He was also seen reducing promotional engagement with internal agency projects.